Hiya, this is Netty and welcome back to another rubbish ramble. So I'm sorry I missed last week, but I ended up having a little bit of an unexpected, well, not unexpected trip, but a prolonged trip, as it were. So a lot of you guys know I was away. My friend's mum wasn't very well and she was having an operation and stuff, so I went away to go and be there for that. And then we came back and I had like a day or so, and it was Solidarity's surprise birthday meal. Well, he knew he was going for a meal, but he didn't know I would be turning up with Martin. So his parents had emailed me ages ago and they had said that they were having this meal and they wanted us to go because obviously I hang out with Solidarity all the time. He's one of my good friends, and so they had actually found my email address on YouTube, emailed me, and then we organised this. So Solidarity was I was in a call with him the other day and he was like, oh yeah, I'm going for a meal with my family, blah blah blah, it'll be really nice. I was like, oh, are you? Oh, that sounds nice. Like, where are you going? Little did he know I had already pre-ordered my food and I knew exactly what he was doing and who was going. So that was like really funny. So we got there and his brother met us at the train station and picked us up and took us to the pub, and we walked in. And the other thing was we got there before them and we went around the car park and there was no spaces in the car park. So as we were pulling out of the car park, the car that Timmy was in was pulling in, and so we were quickly like duck, like lying down in the car, like hide, like we don't want him to see us. So that was really funny, and we walked in and he just shouted in the pub like, what are you doing here? So that was really funny, and really really good fun. But he ended up coming back with us after the meal, and he hung out with us for the weekend. So there was like no rubbish rambles because I had Timmy here. Hashtag blame Timmy. But yeah, and we watched Eurovision Song Contest together. That was really good. We were like picking our favourites. We had a list of who we thought was going to win. Portugal was one of the ones that I really liked. Timmy really wanted the sax guys to win. But yeah, it was really, really good fun though. Really nice time chilling out. Timmy and I recorded a video which you guys will be able to see this Thursday. So it's for our new series where we're doing Bed Wars challenges. And so the first episode, if you haven't seen it yet, it's up on my channel now. And we did the no sword challenge. So we weren't allowed a sword at all for the whole game. So even at the start when you get given your wooden sword, we weren't allowed to use it. So it meant when people were attacking us, we were trying to punch them off the island and stuff. So that was really really fun. But the challenge of what you'll see this Thursday, which it was a lot harder than what we expected. So for the episode on my channel, I'm controlling the mouse whilst Timmy's controlling the forward, back, left, right, and like escape and jump. And then on his channel, he's controlling the mouse. And so there's two different games. So make sure you check both of those out. They're two completely separate games, very different videos. And they're very different things that happen in it. So I'm not going to say which one. In one of them, we actually came second. It was down to us and one other person. The other one I actually think we did better. We killed more people and took out more beds, I think anyway. But yeah, it was so hard. It is so difficult. I challenge you guys to give it a try. I thought it would be quite easy because it's sort of like one person, but it's just like when you go to do something. So there's like one point when I'm on the mouse that we're on the Diamond Island, someone's coming, and normally when I'm playing, I would step forward and as they jump, I'd try and knock them off because they have better stuff. And so it would be like, that would be a good way to get rid of them because you don't need the strength or the power. It's more just about just getting rid of them, knock them off the island. Whereas like Timmy stepped backwards and I was like, no, and then we got attacked. So his tactic would have been to step back or like move away and then go in at him. So it was really hard, and like even just kind of placing blocks and stuff. Like in your head, I'm thinking, okay, I place that block next. But then if he moved me to the right, it's like, oh, okay, I won't place that block now. I'll do this block. And it's just, it was harder than what I thought. I thought it was going to be really easy. And because I know that Solidarity and I play Bed Wars together all the time, there's like a group of us that we play. Like basically Minnie, Solidarity, Martin, Salem, and I are all addicted to Bed Wars. That's a thing. It's happened. And we hang out in calls and just play it in the evening. So like that will be like when we're tired, we've had a long day, we'll all hang out and play Bed Wars, which is really good fun. But yeah, but so where we all have like similar tactics, I was surprised that we didn't. It was harder than I thought, basically. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, so that was this weekend. I am doing this video early again in the week. It is actually only Tuesday. So, yeah, but that is because tomorrow I'm flying to Texas. So Tomahawk is currently driving to me right now. He's going to be staying here tonight, and then we're going to get up in the morning, get to the airport, and we're going to go all the way to Texas. Apparently Lisa from Mindfair is on our flight as well, so hopefully we'll get to hang out with her, see her a bit before, yeah, and then we're going to be in Texas until I think we come back on Tuesday, this time next week. But we actually fly back on Monday, but we don't get home until like Tuesday really early in the morning. So I'm not a fan of that. But at least we're flying through the night. I kind of like that because it means like that's sort of like bedtime, so you actually sleep. Mind you, I do not have a problem with sleeping on the plane. Tomahawk got so annoyed when we went to, it was actually Mindfair again, when we were going to Philadelphia. We were on a flight, and so there was like, we were sat on a 4-seat. So you had Martin there, me there, Tom there, and a stranger here. And Martin and I fell asleep. Oh, how do I do that? Yeah, so we're gone. We're asleep. We are not moving. We did not wake up for like the whole flight. The air hostess even made a comment to Tom like, what have you given them? Like how, like we didn't wake up for food. We didn't wake up for anything. And that was like pretty much before it had even taken off. We were gone. And then that was it. I think we woke up like about an hour and a half to the end of the flight. And it's quite a long flight. So Tom is there with this stranger. And so to go to the toilet, he has to climb over the two of us. So I'm like leant on the table like this. And like Martin sat there like head dangling forward. And so he has to go past the stranger because it's just one person. And that's kind of like the right side to go. So he wakes her up and is like, excuse me, can I go to the toilet? So he goes to the toilet. But then to come back, she's fallen asleep again. And he has to wake her up again and be like, oh, excuse me, sorry, can I get back in? Can I get back in? And so Tom kept like, where he was sat there and he was awake, he couldn't sleep the whole flight pretty much. I think he had about half an hour the whole flight. And so he needed the toilet a few times. And he said at one point, I was leaning on his shoulder, and he said that they came around with ice cream. And he went to open the ice cream. But where I've got like a weird thing about dairy, like even just if I watch someone drink milk, I'll be throwing up. Like it sounds silly, and I know it's silly, but I can't help it. There's nothing I can do about it. And I will, people don't believe me. Like I'll say to them like, please don't, I will actually throw up. Like if someone goes to like throw milk on me or put smelly cheese in my face, I'll be like, please don't, like I will be sick. And then they'll go to do it and I'll actually throw up, and they're like, oh my gosh. Like, I was like, I told you that would happen. I don't feel bad for throwing up in your shoes. Like I warned you and you carried on. That's what you get. But yeah, so Tom went to open his ice cream, and then apparently I stirred, like moved a little bit, and then he threw it away. He felt too bad eating ice cream next to me. I was like, you could have eaten it or pushed me off you. Like I should have been leaning on you anyway. So that was really funny. So yeah, Tom's gonna go on a flight with us again. And what's really funny is his seat is right in between Martin and I. And so if Martin and I both fall asleep again, he's just gonna be sat in the middle board. He's like, I'm having the aisle seat. I'm having the aisle seat. Oh, the other thing that was really funny actually. So that was on the way to Philadelphia that Martin and I fell asleep. On the way back, Tom was like, I'm going on the aisle. I'm going on the aisle. You guys aren't going on the aisle. You'll fall asleep and then I'm stuck, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, fine. So it was like Tom, let's do it this way because I can put it down. Tom, Martin, me, stranger. So that's like that then. But then the flight wasn't very full. And they said if anyone wants to move to any empty seats, they can. So then this person moved, went somewhere else. And so I ended up with 2 seats. And Tom was like, oh, well, that's typical, because that's the seat that he would have had, and he had made me swap. And so he was really unhappy. He wasn't impressed. I was like lying down, like 2 seats is the full length of me. I'm only short. So yeah, that was really funny. So this time I don't know where Tom's going to make us sit. I'm pretty sure he's going to have like a massive thing like, I'm going on the aisle. I'm going on the aisle. I bet that's going to happen. If it does, I'll let you know. But yeah, so really excited for Texas and Mine Fair. Meet you guys. Let me know if you're going in the comments. Be really good. I think my meet and greet is with Tomahawk, of course, Martin, Big B Stats, and Choo Choo. And so it's our group. It really, really sad. Kath was meant to be coming to Mine Fair with us. And we'd had it back and forth with like different things, getting everything planned and organised. And Kath actually went to hospital the other week about chest pains. And it turns out he's got shingles, which isn't contagious to most people, but if you've never had like chicken pox before, or if you've got a low immune system or something like that, you can get it and it can be really bad. So he can't go to an event where there's obviously hundreds or if not thousands of people and meet them and risk passing it on. So he's really gutted because he'd never been to America before either. He's been really excited. This is his first big trip and first like event like away and stuff like that. So he's really, really gutted. So it's going to be a bit sad without him. We'll have to like get like a photo of him or something and have him on a stick and be like, we've got Kath with us. But yeah, so I'm really gutted he's not coming. And also I've not really seen him in ages. So since I've moved to Bristol, everything has been so non-stop. And like Kath actually doesn't live very far away from me. He lives like down the road. But where everything's been so busy and we've had so many trips away and stuff like that, we've just hardly met up. Like I've hardly even spoken to him, let alone seen him. So I was quite looking forward to actually getting to hang out with him and catch up with him and stuff. And so I'm a bit sad about that, but it's the way the world goes, I'm afraid. But yeah, so that is Rubbish Rambles. I have half packed my bag ready for tomorrow. I just know I'm going to forget stuff. I always do. Got all my pad and everything charging. So, oh, I hit my mic, sorry. So that I can download a load of films and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be a really good time, and I'll keep you updated and let you know how it goes. And I'll see you all next week. Bye.